Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom is my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, please say hello to everybody.
I'm over here.
Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand. I'm introducing you.
We
and
see
I've told
you.
you can talk.
Yep. Okay. Hi. Yes, everybody. I'm Mr. Curtis. Hello.
We all know you. We all
Yes.
know who you are.
Great, thank you, Mr. Curtis. Short,
Yes.
sweet, and to the point. I like it.
you.
Also, here in the classroom today is our trainer in training, our student, if you will, Corbin. Go ahead and say hello to everybody, Corbin.
Yo, what's up? What's good? Best student in the entire classroom. Am I right?
That is technically speaking true. Although I think, if you really think about it, we are all Arceus's students, right?
I mean, yeah, we're all learning a little
Then
bit.
that
every
means
day.
the professor's the best student.
Okay, no, he's not. I don't know
guess
about that.
if that's what the class decides, then I guess I'll
Professor-
have to
Professor
you-
Professor Jacob is a
Professor,
very
you get-
flawed man. Okay.
Professor,
True.
you get my gold star for today. Good work. Good work. today.
You won't believe this. I've never actually gotten a gold star before, so this is a big moment for me.
That's actually pretty impressive. I'm very happy for you.
Well, I never thought of the professor as a student. I mean, he's always such a great teacher, you know.
And I never,
Yeah.
I never sat at my coffee table all alone at night thinking, how come I can't get a gold star? I've never done that. I've never thought that. That's never happened. That's a hypothetical.
You never got one
situation.
when you were my age in school at 10 years old, learning, and your teachers never gave you a gold star ever?
Well, they hadn't invented gold yet. That was still coming through the
Yeah.
pipeline.
Wait, the stars are actually made of gold? I thought they were just gold colored.
Well, no, the entire concept of gold itself really hadn't,
Right.
come through yet.
How
These are
old you?
breaking edge. Right
Yeah, breaking the edge.
How old are you?
Well, I mean, we could go into that, but we probably shouldn't. Instead, what we should do is, do what this class is for and what I get paid for, and that's talk about Pokemon. Specifically, one Pokemon. Does anybody know who that Pokemon is?
Croconaw.
No, not Croconaw. I'll give you a hint because you seem to be pretty far off base. It's a poison type Pokemon. Just poison, nothing else. Well, I guess depending on what region you're in is.
It is
Here in the Kanto region, it's just poison.
Here in so there's a variant of this thing.
Yeah, there is a variant. Oh, wow. You're picking up on the context clues there, Corbin. Very good.
I told you, smartest kid in class.
Well, you didn't say that. You said smartest student, but smartest
kid too.
kid, probably.
I mean, I got all the titles: smartest kid, smartest student, class president, you name it.
Self-elected, class president.
Oh God, who is this? Poison type.
Yes. Mr. Curse, do you have a guess?
I was gonna say Salazzle.
That is poison type.
Curtis, I think it's Salazzle, I think is how you pronounce it.
No, it doesn't have a variant though. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well then, how about a
Cricketune. It's got to be Cricketune, right?
Okay, no, you're not gonna get it. It's we're learning about Grimers, today.
Oh.
Are you sure we can't talk about coughing though?
Well, we will talk about coughing. Don't worry. Just not today. My lesson today is prepared for Grimer. So if you could not, try to take the reins and steer the class.
Mr. Curtis, please don't hijack the class. It's very
I'm
rude.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Remember
I would
your
never
place.
do that in a million years.
Sure you wouldn't. No, we're learning about Grimer today. It's a poison type Pokemon. Does anybody know anything about Grimer? Has anybody seen a Grimer before?
I think
have we seen a puddle of mud? Have we seen some
I was about to
slimy
say-
trash? Because if so, you've pretty much seen a Grimer.
I saw the scum on the pond outside start moving kind of funky once, but I
did see
ran
that.
away very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did see that.
Maybe that was a Grimer being formed because they can just kind of pop
Or-
out anywhere.
Or
Or
it was just a really ugly Magikarp.
could be. There's some pretty ugly Magikarps.
Could have been
out
a
there.
Grimer eating a Magikarp.
Oh, that would have been cool to see.
They don't eat other Pokemon actually. They have a
Oh,
very,
they
very
don't?
specific diet, which we'll get into here in a little bit. I do
Okay.
have a Grimer here today, as I.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not expected.
Well, I know, right? I like never bring a Pokemon to class.
I know. But is Grimer really a Pokemon? I mean, it's just sludge, right?
No, it definitely is a Pokemon.
Professor, you bring a Pokemon to every class.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I just forgot there, Mr. Curtis. He doesn't get jokes sometimes. It's okay.
I know he doesn't. He's so stupid.
Hey, what,
You were whispering that into Mr. Curtis's ear.
Sorry, Professor. He's so stupid.
Well, I actually heard you because you were whispering very loud to Mr. Curtis. So I did already know what you said.
Okay.
That's so mean.
All right, so I have a Grimer here today.
Curse, I mean it in a loving way.
Everybody focus up, all right?
Sorry.
The professor is talking.
Honed in.
Now, this is very important. So listen, okay?
Listening.
Okay.
Listening.
When I throw this Grimer out, nobody touch it. Do not touch this Grimer.
With what?
But I usually make a point of touching.
Do not touch this thing, okay?
Wait, can I touch it with something that's not my hand?
Yeah, I suppose you could poke it with like a stick or something.
Curtis, do you have a stick?
Let me see what I got in here. Not that.
That's not a stick, is it?
That's a violin. He just threw a violin out.
Why do you have a violin?
That's wild.
Oh yeah, it's just something I was working on.
So many funky noise making things coming out of that backpack of yours.
Here you go, Corbin. Not a traditional stick, but something for you to poke it with.
This isn't a slowpoke tail, is it?
Oh no, of course not.
Why did you take it back from me and put it back in your bag?
Yeah, I didn't want to give you that one. That's my lucky spinnerack leg.
Yeah, try it again. Try again.
Oh, that's so gross.
It's my yeah. It's you know, it's like a lucky Baneri foot, but it's a lucky spinnerack leg.
Oh, that's not lucky. I'm cursed now, actually.
Here, try this one.
Okay, this looks like a normal stick and smells like one too, I guess. So, all right, this will do.
Okay, all right. Are we all ready?
I am ready.
Okay, all right. Remember, no touching. Here is Grimer.
Ooh, what is?
Ooh,
that smell.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
go
doesn't
ahead.
smell good.
I have a nose plug here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on because I really can't handle the
Okay.
smell of these things.
Hold on, is it the Grimer or did Curtis just get excited again? Like I can't.
Just hold my nose.
No, this is a very.
Over here.
I know Mr. Curtis has a very unique smell, but this is a different kind of unique smell.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah, let's make this quick though. So go if it's a question that can be asked when the Grimer isn't out, please. Wait
I have. Okay, here's my question.
Okay.
I have never wanted to touch a Pokemon more in my life, strictly because you said that I cannot touch it.
Well, don't touch it. Okay. It kills everything it touches.
I'm gonna use the stick.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That I got from Mr. Curtis. So let's just all
Be gentle. Be gentle.
I'm gonna be soft with it. I'm gonna be soft with him. Be gentle. It snatched it right out of my hand, and it's just disappearing in that body. All right.
It's dissolving
It is
away.
gone.
Oh, I'm not getting that stick back, am I?
I don't think so, Curtis.
You want this? There's plenty of sticks out there that you can just grab. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, there's a lot of sticks.
All right, hold on.
I mean,
Okay,
that
let
was
me ask my normal
that was my
questions.
special scratch and stick.
Oh my god. All right, everybody focus up. Let me ask my normal questions, okay?
Okay.
Tell me, what do you notice about this Grimer here? What are some things about it that you notice?
I'm pretty sure I've seen this after I've had some spicy food.
Oh man, great poop joke there, Corbin.
Yeah.
If we could keep it professional here for a little bit while this Grimer's out.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It looks like diarrhea. I don't know. What else do you want me to say about
Okay,
it?
great. It looks like a pile of mud, right? With eyes and a mouth.
As it slowly circles Corbin, I could see that it tends to its shape can shrink and it can stretch and it seems to be able to just kind of morph its way through desks
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. It doesn't really have a set shape. It is very liquid.
Yeah, it doesn't conform.
Body.
It's got a lot of elasticity.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Is that the word?
I think we've seen enough of this Grimer here. I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and put it
Okay.
back.
Can you not get close, please? Thanks.
He is reaching for Corbin with the gripplers. I should probably
Yeah,
put it into this.
okay.
Okay. You're good. Okay. Here we go.
All right. Ugh. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Whew. Okay.
It reminded me of like really old expired Jello, kind of. Or pudding.
Not fun. I don't like that one at all.
Yeah. You can unclip your nose there.
I don't. Are you sure the spell's gone at this point? I don't know.
Yeah, no. When the Pokeball You see, you don't really understand how a Pokeball works. When it
Yeah.
brings a Pokemon back in, it brings in everything of that Pokemon. So including like all the like little slime remains and then all the particles in the air. Like all that all goes into the Pokeball.
Okay.
No more smell. Don't worry.
That was dramatic, Curtis.
All right. So we know. So you said so. The Grimer was circling around Corbin's chair there. Do we notice anything weird about the circle that he was traversing?
It's kind of. I mean, it looks like it's a little wet there still.
Well, yeah. Well, yes, but it's also the wood has started to decompose a little bit.
Oh. Why did you let this thing out
We're
then?
going to have to get William Shire and the Machokes back in here to fix things up.
I'm sorry. What was that there, Corbin?
Well, why'd you let this thing out, knowing that it was just going to decompose and kill everything? I could have died if it had touched my leg.
I told you. What did I say? What was the thing that I said?
You said you're never going to get a Pokemon from me.
I don't think I said. It does sound like something I would say, but I don't think I've said
stupid
specifically
boy.
that. No, I didn't say that.
That's what you've said.
I didn't say that. I said don't touch it. All right.
Right.
I made
okay,
sure
yeah.
that you knew. And listen.
Right.
If you're gonna, this is something that this is one of the number one things, G, you gotta learn from my class. If you only remember one thing, it's learn this. Pokemon are dangerous, all right? Any kind of experience with the Pokemon has an inherent amount of danger associated with it. So you can't have a class where you learn about Pokemon where there's no danger involved, okay?
Yeah. No. I remember the dangers. I mean, I've probably died I've almost died like a dozen times. So, I mean...
Yeah, haven't, but you almost is the key phrase there.
I've come pretty close. I've had some stuff sit on me before.
But you you did. I think something bit you, I think, once too.
I've been bitten. I've been sat on. I have been electrocuted. I've had things go numb. I've had a lot happen. It's been a journey.
What they say, what doesn't kill you, am I right?
You got knocked out for a while.
I did.
That was my favorite time. That was really quiet in here. Do we have, before we move on, is there any questions, any initial questions about Grimer?
Can it grab things? How does that work? Because it looked like it had hands.
It did have hands.
It doesn't just eat up my scratching stick, so.
It is, I don't know if it can, I don't know if it can harden itself at will, but it does seem to be able to grab things with its hands, so it might be able to toughen up different parts of its muddy, sludgy exterior.
I feel like this is a really bad Pokemon to have in battle.
Good.
I would say it's not really good.
Yeah, I think it'd be good on your side, bad on as a opponent, I think.
Well, sure, you can't do physical attacks, right? I mean, like, what if a Hitmonchan tried to punch this thing, right? Isn't its arm gonna like fall off?
I mean, we could try it.
You know what? I don't think we
see what happens.
No, it was just a theory.
No,
we don't
you're
have to
definitely
try
gonna want to hit this thing with beams or psychic rays or
anything that's not
lasers or something like that. Some fire maybe.
Some kind of special attack.
Because as we can learn, I think punching it or slicing it or cutting it or anything like that is going to cause, and you'll see, this will cause more issues.
You can flush it. It's an option.
What?
You could flush it.
Yes, I guess if you happen to have a working toilet available, and the Grimer somehow seems to work its way onto that toilet.
Why do you say that like you don't have one? Like you say that like that's like an anomaly. Oh, if you happen to have a working toilet.
I mean, I have one in my home, but I'm not going to have one on a battlefield.
I mean, maybe it's something to think about now.
I guess I should always keep one
a water type Pokemon with a water gun, just spray it away.
Yeah, just spray it away into the sewer. There you go.
Hey Corbin, how come you have a fully working toilet in your backpack? Oh well, I learned in school that I gotta use this in case I ever want to, deal
You
with
have
a
to be
Grimer.
prepared for every Pokemon possibility. Okay, if that means carrying a toilet with me, I will do it, and I will prove it to you that I am a worthy trainer to do that.
Okay, guys, I'm really excited to talk about these entries, so I think we should get to it.
Okay.
All right. Starting in the Kanto region, the first Pokedex entry here says, appears in filthy areas, thrives by sucking up polluted sludge that is pumped out by factories.
Ew.
That almost sounds kind of helpful.
It would be if they themselves weren't such a nuisance.
Right, so it's just like, it's pollution eating more pollution, I guess?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Do they just get bigger when they eat more sludge? Like, how does that work?
Good question. I think we might find out a little bit more about that later. Maybe. At least something that we can speculate on.
Okay.
All right. The next one here says made of hardened sludge. It smells too putrid to touch,
Oh, yeah.
which is kind of interesting.
True
It smells
that.
so bad. It smells too bad to touch it, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Those things don't seem to follow each other. Anyways, this entry.
Yeah,
yes.
I guess.
No, go ahead.
I guess. No, you're right.
Right? Because it smells too putrid. I guess it's like, oh god, I can't touch that thing. It smells too bad. If I touch it,
Right.
the smell's gonna get on me.
Right, like a baby diaper. You know,
Well, but I mean, you do have to touch those.
maybe you
Do
do.
you though?
Yeah, if you want to take the diaper off the baby, you gotta touch the diaper.
No,
I mean, you don't go you don't go like diving into the diaper to grab out the poopy with your hands.
No. Well, you just leave it on there. You don't have to take it off.
Yeah, exactly. You guys acted like I said I grab baby poop when I said I grab diapers.
Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about again?
I don't know. We're talking about grammar.
I don't know.
All right, let me finish this entry. It says, made of hardened sludge, it smells too putrid to touch. Even weeds won't grow in its path. All right, this is, I think, this next entry here is where we really start to learn about what it is that makes Grimer tick. So really strap in here, guys.
Strap in.
I'm ready.
Sludge, I don't think you are ready, but I'm going to read it anyways. Sludge that was transformed when exposed to X-rays from the moon.
Excuse me?
Love sludge, industrial waste, and other refuse.
Sorry, which we're still in Kanto, right?
Yes, we are still. Yes, we are still in
It
Kanto.
must have been a wild night when Professor Oak wrote that.
It must have been. That was okay. So, but he's not the only one who says it, though. So apparently, it's a well-known and peer-reviewed fact.
So it's not.
That Grimers come from moon.
No. They don't come from the moon. They are brought to
Come from
life
moonbeams.
when X-rays from the moon hit sludge.
Okay, my first question is, what's an X-ray from the moon?
That's a good question. All right, an X-ray is a type of electromagnetic radiation that has a very specific energy. I know if the moon releases that type of energy to certain amount. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, it must, because it's out here converting our sludge into Grimer, so it must be releasing them.
But not every piece of sludge is a Grimer, though. So, how does is it just random? Is it just like random chance?
Whenever there's a high concentration, whenever the X-rays from the moon have been coalesced, I guess, into a coherent beam, then
Maybe there has to be the right combination, the right concoction of sludge.
Yeah.
No,
little bit
it
of
just
radioactive
says
waste.
sludge that was transformed when exposed to X-rays from the moon.
A little bit of mold, a little bit of fecal matter, a little bit of you just get a nice combination, a good spread,
Ew.
and then a good dose of X-rays.
Imagine
You got it.
having a Grimer and then taking a butter knife and taking a little piece off and then spreading it on a piece of toast.
Oh no!
I want to
Gross,
throw up.
right?
Can we continue?
That'd be gross, right? Okay.
No.
Yeah. So X-rays from the moon, guys. That's what Grimers are.
Okay.
However, that's not the only way to get Grimers, because as we move on to the Johto region, the first entry here says, as it moves, it loses bits of its body, from which new Grimer emerge.
Oh. Wow.
This worsens the stench around it. All right, so now we know that there is some kind of apex Grimer that gets converted from sludge into a sentient being by, and I can't believe, I've never thought I was going to say this, X-rays from the moon.
Moonbeams.
Moonbeams, if you will.
So there's one alpha Grimer.
Yes, there's an alpha Grimer, but there's also beta Grimers that created when a alpha or potentially a beta Grimer loses a bit of its body. So, and I think that, Corbin, your previous question when you asked, does it grow when it eats this kind of excrement or garbage or polluted sludge or whatever it eats, And I think the answer is yes, it must, because it has to gain mass somehow from being a tiny little bit of Grimer to being a full-fledged Grimer.
Yeah, that
well,
makes sense.
do you think that the alpha Grimers make fun of the beta Grimers?
Do
you think there's like a little bullying that goes on here? Like, I'm made from pure moonbeams.
Yeah, right.
You just fell off my butt a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, like there's some prejudice there, maybe.
I bet there. Well, if maybe if they had any. First of all, I don't really know how much sentience a Grimer has. Again,
That's a little rude.
It's just sludge that was animated again by X-rays from the moon. So I don't know what.
Are you sure we're not like living in a sci-fi movie right now? Like that's just crazy.
But I can tell you this: if humans, right, humans as we are now, were initially created. Some humans were initially created from moon X-rays, and then other humans fell off of little bits of other humans. I can guarantee
yeah, that's called birth. That's called childbirth.
I guarantee you that there would be insane prejudice against the ones that weren't created by moon.
I'm a moon baby and you're a birth baby.
I'm a moon baby.
I'm a moon baby and you fell off someone's butt.
You are a pinky baby.
I mean, when you word it like that, Curtis, when you word it like that, that's definitely something to make fun of. Yeah, you're a butt baby and I am a moon baby.
You're made of my left ass cheek that fell off last week.
Watch your language, please, Mr.
Curtis, that's a bit vulgar. That's a bit vulgar.
I apologize.
Yeah, so, okay. So 2 ways to make a Grimer. X-rays from the moon or leftover parts of a different Grimer.
Okay.
So I guess the question is, like, when does it stop becoming a Grimer? Like, what's too small? What's a too small bit of sludge for something to be considered a Grimer, right? Is there a limit to that?
Yeah, how small can a Grimer be?
Maybe when it's, conscious enough to move and seek out more sludge.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, again,
eventually, like, the little tiny droplets are not going to be cognizant, but, like, at some point they'll be big enough to be like, hey, I want to go eat that old baby diaper over there.
Oh, man, who doesn't? All right, the next one here says, wherever Grimer has passed, so many germs are left behind that no plants will ever grow again. Yes,
ever again.
Plants famously hate germs.
Yeah,
germs, not toxins.
It says germ.
I don't know if that's right.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It says germ, so it must be right. It's in the Pokedex.
I have no doubt that.
I'm sorry, you didn't raise your hand there, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Curtis?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say I have no doubt that Grimers are full of germs.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be like the pollution toxin leaking from its body that's making something ungrowable, not like just the germ colony that's the microflora.
Wow, that was my goodness there, Mr. Curtis. That was such a big word for you. Was that on your word of the day toilet paper?
Man.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, Professor. I look at toilet paper. It good. Tell me good word.
Okay, all right. Germs make it so plants don't grow. You learned it here, folks. So if anybody asked you, hey, why aren't there plants growing there? Well, just hit them with maybe there's a bunch of germs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one here says, when 2 of these Pokemon's bodies are combined together, new poisons are created.
Ooh. What?
Yeah.
So does that mean multiple Grimers can fuse into one Grimer?
Maybe.
Yes. I don't know if they become 1 Grimer or 2 Grimers that are just stuck together. The Pokedex was a little bit unclear on that.
So wait, hold on. So
Yes.
is it a new poison every time 2 Grimer get together? Or is it like the same poison that's new?
I don't know. The way it's worded does make it sound like a new poison that the world has never seen before gets created. That's kind of like what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
But maybe
a new blend of toxins.
But I could also understand that it's just, a new poison that is significant to a 2 Grimer combo.
Okay.
So again, I'm not clear. It's a valid question. I don't think there's an answer, unfortunately.
There never is.
There never is. But that does it for the Johto region. Let's move on to the Hoenn region. Grimer's sludgy and rubbery body can be forced through any opening, however small it may be. This Pokemon enters sewer pipes to drink filthy wastewater.
Oh.
Filthy,
Loves that
nasty
poop water.
wastewater.
Yummy, yummy.
So yeah, I mean, apparently it can make itself as small as possible. I mean, there obviously has to be a limit, right? It can't be, pushing itself through the molecular bonds.
No. Probably
But-
not.
But like a tiny little hole, a small crack here and there, a Grimer can get itself through and just go to town on that nasty diarrhea poopy water that it just wants to get in there on.
Yeah,
Stinky water. Gross.
Yeah,
Gross,
it just
nasty.
loves that stuff. The next one here says Grimer emerged. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of like another origin story for Grimer. Grimer emerged from the sludge that settled on a polluted seabed. And then it doesn't say this, but I assume then it also implies, and then was hit by an X-ray from the moon.
So wait, it said it was formed by sludge on the seabed?
Grimer emerged from the sludge that settled on a polluted seabed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, same
But-
thing. It's not necessarily a third method of coming alive. It's just pollution that happens to be in the water.
But it's emitting the whole X-rays from the moon part.
I mean, yeah, I guess that could be assumed, though.
I mean, I would have to assume, because yeah, I can't imagine that just the act of having polluted sludge on a seabed is going to create something sentient, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this entry goes on to say, this Pokemon loves anything filthy. It constantly leaks a horribly germ-infested fluid all over its body.
Ugh.
So don't lick it.
No licking, Mr. Curtis.
It may look like chocolate or some kind of grape yogurt or something, but do not lick it.
If you were really out of it, maybe, but no. With my young, bright-eyed eyes, no.
That's good to hear. Corbin. I'm very happy that you know not to eat something that smells, and I quote, too putrid to touch. So good on you, man.
I mean, what can I say? I'm smart.
You gotta take the small victories, right?
That's all it's about.
Born from polluted sludge in the sea, Grimer's favorite food is anything filthy. They feed on wastewater pumped out from factories.
Yummy.
So all that, chemical sludge.
Good old poop smoothie. Yummy.
Well, not necessarily poop, like oil or acid or...
Right, or vomit.
Yeah, I guess vomit too. Do you think they have a favorite kind of, filthy food that they like to eat?
Maybe. You think Grimer would go to a bar and be like, can I get one diarrhea on the rocks?
Oh.
And then the bartender would just stand up on top of the bar.
Oh,
and say,
no. No,
This is your thing, buddy. Here you go.
Coming right up.
The usual ICE.
He eats 5 tacos on the bar. Oh, no.
Ooh.
I want that job.
Do you? That says a lot about you, I think. Okay, this next one says... It's very similar to what we read before, but it says, sludge exposed to X-rays from the moon transformed into Grimer. It loves feeding on filthy things. Okay, moving on to the Sinnoh region. It was born when sludge in a dirty stream was exposed to the moon's X-rays.
There you go. Sludge in the river, sludge on the sea.
All right,
But
so
it's
it
the
has to
moon.
be in water. It has to be some kind of nasty, polluted sludge in water that is then exposed to the moon's X-rays.
Yes.
Yes.
Makes sense. Perfect science.
And then it also says it appears among filth. And I'm like, yeah, you already said that. You said that already. So I
Right.
don't know why they had to add that in.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Yeah. All right, that does it for the Sinnoh region. There is one here from the Unova region. They've been doing a little bit better recently. Born from sludge, these Pokemon now gather in polluted places and increase the bacteria in their body.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like a fun party. Like, hey, let's go let's go to the local dump and just
Yeah.
roll around.
Sounds fun. Little,
Just guzzle up some new germs.
right, little putrid party. You love
Let's
it.
go to the porta potty disposal factory.
The porta potty party. Oh, that sounds fun.
Porta party.
Porta party. There you go.
Porta party.
You know, that might be a good job for you to have if you raise Grimers. Just be like, hey, we'll come take care of your porty potty business.
Oh yeah, actually, I think the people in Alola actually had that idea before you there, Mr. Curtis.
Oh.
No.
So yeah, you're not unique at all. All right, so that does it for the Unova region. There's nothing here for the Kalos region. One of these days we'll get something. Let's move on to the Alola region. There's actually a decent amount here from Alola. All right, the first one says its main source of food is the slimy industrial waste of factories. This Pokemon's numbers have been decreasing in recent years.
You know what? That's good.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
apparently Curtis wishes death upon an entire race of Pokemon. Species
I
of
don't
Pokemon.
wish any death upon Grimers, but I do like that there's less pollution.
I mean, yeah, good for the environment, you know. I'm just saying, like, you say, like, it's a bad thing, like, less of them. Like, you hate to say it, but, like, it's kind of a good thing that there's less, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really say why there's less of them. It just says this Pokemon's numbers have been decreasing in recent years, so maybe it's that, you know, we're having cleaner factories, but also maybe it just means that there's less X-rays coming from the moon, which, you know, could be a different problem.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing we can really do about that, or
Okay.
Or the air is becoming so polluted that the rays from the moon aren't coming to Earth as easily, so less of them are being created from the moon's X-rays,
being absorbed by the particles in the atmosphere.
Kind of like a greenhouse effect, but with the
like some kind of gaseous, like greenhouse. Like it's like a greenhouse, but if the glass was made of gas instead of like a greenhouse gas kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
The next entry here says, it was born from sludge transformed by exposure to X-rays from the moon. When its internal load of germs decreases, it dies.
Oh.
But did it ever really live? I mean,
That's the question.
It kind of moved around. I don't know if it really ever lived entirely.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, but if you can't call eating poop living, then I guess I've never lived.
I guess not.
Am I right?
I mean, I can't say the same for me. I mean, anyways, what were we saying?
Well, I was saying that this next entry reads, it was born from sludge on the ocean floor.
Oh.
And also after that, it doesn't say this, but again, after it was exposed to X-rays from the moon. You got to remember that part.
Yeah.
Right.
X-rays from the moon, very important.
In a sterile environment, the germs within its body can't multiply, and it dies.
Oh.
So, I guess it's kind of just, a lot of itself is like, you know, it eats like wastewater, right?
Yeah.
But its body is multiplying germs. Its body is just made up of continuously multiplying germs, I guess. Which makes me wonder, like, how, like, because I don't know. I feel like that brings up a lot of questions, but we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. We got a few more entries here. The wastewater coming from factories is clean these days, so Grimer have nothing to eat. They're said to be on the verge of extinction.
See, there you go. There's your answer. There's less of them, not because of greenhouse or green gas, whatever I theorized.
Gas house greens.
Gas house greens. Yeah. It's not a matter of moon rays being blocked by pollution. It's the fact that the factories are becoming more eco-friendly, so they have nothing to feed on.
I mean, this says the wastewater coming from factories is clean. So I guess we solved it. It's all clean. It's all just plain old water coming out, apparently.
Well, then they get pollution from other ways, then, you know.
I mean, it's wastewater, right? So it has to have some poopies in it, right? It's got
to come from poop, yeah. So, like,
yeah,
exactly.
So there's got to be some poopies in it. Maybe there's got to be some bombs in there sometimes, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
other
I don't
bodily
know.
fluids.
I guess the factories aren't, you know.
Can I just say something? Can I say something really, really quick? I think this is probably...
If you raise your hand, you can.
Oh, hand up.
Yes, Corbin?
I think this is probably, dare I say, the sexiest lesson we've had.
Explain.
Just all the
I want to hear you say it from your mouth.
I was being sarcastic. There's so much gross stuff we're talking about. It's not sexy. but I'm pretending that it is for a joke.
Oh, great.
You
It
may
wasn't very
continue
funny.
now. Okay. Well, I'm sure 1 or 2 students at home laughed. Okay.
The
Maybe.
professor will continue when he feels like continuing.
Please write to us if you laughed at my joke. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, fellow students.
Man, that was a good one. That was a good one. You said a thing that you didn't mean. I understand sarcasm.
I love you, Professor. There you go. I said another thing I didn't mean. Continue, please.
I don't know if I want. I feel pretty bad now. Now the sads are coming to me.
All right. Well, class is over, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Now I'm absorbing the wastewater of emotion.
Oh my god. Are we writing a poem today about grammar? Is that what's going on?
Maybe. Oh man, we should always write poems. Okay, but that does it for the regional entries. There are a couple of unique entries here for Grimer. All right. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Grimer, a sludge Pokemon born from sludge. These Pokemon specialize in sludge attacks.
You're kidding. It actually says that?
Wow.
That's pretty
Yes.
funny. Okay,
Why would I not read a Pokedex entry to the letter?
I mean, because that's literally repetitive.
It's pretty repetitive. They really wanted to hammer home the sludge thing, I think.
I'm getting the feeling this thing likes sludge.
Hey, I think this thing is sludge, and it does attack with the sludge. All right, and then the last one here comes to us from Don's Pokedex. It says, Grimer, the sludge
Dawn.
Pokemon. Oh, Corbin's very interested.
How's she doing?
I don't know. I think it's a he. I'm pretty sure, actually.
Dawn is definitely a girl.
You don't know. You don't know.
I think we do this every time.
You don't know.
I don't want to assume, pronouns.
Grimer. Grimer, the sludge Pokemon. It was born when sludge in a dirty stream was exposed to X-rays from the moon.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep, checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Checks out. We
Checks
now
out.
have several repeated entries saying that it was formed from X-rays from the moon. So
Checks
we can't
in
deny
and
it.
checks out. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Guess what?
Let's hear about the variant. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got more
Mm-hmm.
entries to read because we gotta talk about Alolan Grimer.
Oh,
all right.
what?
All of these entries come to us from the Alola region, obviously. It says a Grimer, which had been brought in to solve a problem with garbage, developed over time into this form.
Now, what does that mean? What is that form like? Is it a different typing?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I guess I should. I didn't show you an Alolan. So an Alolan Grimer is actually a poison and dark type. So that's a dark.
It must be very very moody looking.
Yeah,
Just real
yeah.
Poison and dark is
That's pretty depressing.
No, I mean, but like I would say that its colors represent kind of like a rebellious phase. I think so.
I really wish we had like a picture of one because I can't
Do you have a
visualize this
picture
at
of
all.
one?
Okay,
Yeah.
well here, I'll draw it on the board here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Take good notes. I'm gonna turn around here on the board and start drawing.
Okay.
You can, if you want to, you can describe what I'm drawing to really,
Okay.
reinforce.
So it's it does look like a Grimer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He is using a lot of green instead of purple.
Why are you using so much green? Did you run out of purple? What's going on?
Yeah. No.
well, no,
I wouldn't
it's
expect a
actually
dark type to
green.
be. So,
It is actually green.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah. And then it's got this
little
big
thing here.
Okay.
big highlighted lip.
Ew.
underneath.
It says, it has a yellow,
Yellow,
it's
a
kinda
yellow
like a,
bottom
like
lip.
a chin strap.
It's a
it
chin
looks like,
strap.
I
Yeah,
guess.
like a redneck.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
And then,
Are
now it's gotta
those
go
teeth or those
There we
What are
go.
those? Were those white teeth?
Kinda. You can kind of describe them as teeth, but they're really kind of more like crystals that just happen to be where our human teeth would
No
be.
kidding. Okay, and also its tongue it looks. Is that blue that you're putting? That's blue. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think its tongue was blue before. I think it was like gray.
Is it really a tongue though? I mean, it's just the inside of its mouth. Or
Whatever.
its
You
mouth-
know what I'm saying. The color's different.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's a poison and dark type Pokemon right there. in case you
Sure.
couldn't tell.
Sure. Let's go with that.
All right. Any more questions on Alolan Grimer? What it
No.
looks like?
No.
Nope.
Okay, great. All right. So, I already read the first one. The next one here says the crystals on Grimer's body are lumps of toxins. If one falls off, lethal poisons leak out.
Oh, so that's the teeth then, I guess.
That's the teeth. Yeah, those are
Gotcha.
the quote
Okay.
unquote teeth.
Cool.
They're so don't touch them. lethal poisons are gonna leak out of those crystals.
Fun.
All right. There are 100 or so of them living in Alola's waste disposal site.
Oh.
They are all hard workers who eat a lot of trash. Oh, they're hard workers. They
That's
work so
good.
hard.
That's good to
for them.
know.
Aww.
Brought to Alola. The next one here says brought to Alola to solve the garbage problem. I guess. Is that what they call Professor Palm? The garbage problem.
Oh,
got him.
Zing,
He's not here to
zing.
defend himself, but got him.
Suck it, Palm.
Okay, that's kind of rude. Professor Palm is a fantastic professor.
All right, he's not here. You don't have to suck up to him.
Professor, you did a good joke.
Thank you. Thank you. The reviews are in, and they say good joke.
Professor did a good joke.
Okay. It's brought to Alola to solve the garbage problem. I guess Alola had a garbage problem at some point. Grimer seems to relish any and all kinds of trash.
You know, I bet Professor Palm was
like the-
integral in solving that garbage problem with these Grimer.
I don't think so. Okay. The last one says it has a passion for trash above all else.
Sounds like Mr. Curtis's taste in music.
Whoa, jeez. The zingers are flying out left and right now.
Zing.
Your taste in music is trash.
You suck, Curtis.
Suck.
You guys.
It's okay. We can't all listen to banger tunes like me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you guys don't like my throat singing?
No.
No.
I don't.
No, I don't. All right. Has a passion for trash above all else, speedily digesting it and creating brilliant crystals of sparkling poison.
Inviting but deadly. All right.
Inviting, but yeah, again, same with Cantonian Grimer. Absolutely do not touch this thing. Don't touch it.
You
will kill
can't
you.
do it. Nope.
Okay. All right. Hey, guys, that's all of the entries.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's it for the entries, not for the lesson, though.
What?
Because...
Ooh.
Yes, did you have a question,
Are you
Mr.
good,
Curtis?
No, I'm just excited.
Well, we have a pop quiz. It's a pop quiz, everybody.
I thought you were
Yeah,
going
pop
to say
quiz.
guest or something exciting.
Corbin, high five.
No, I don't want a high five.
High five. Give him a high five.
No.
Or you
Come on,
fail this
Corbin.
quiz.
No.
Let's go.
Fine, here.
High five.
Yay!
Oh,
I love
yeah.
high fives. They make me so happy. All right, go ahead. Put away your Pokedexes. Bring out your Rotom laptops. Maybe a pen and a pencil. A garbage can next to you in case you need to vomit. But yeah, okay. Everybody ready? Everybody got all their stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 1. What special thing needs to happen to Sludge to turn it into a Grimer? No, it really did. I feel like we really hammered this point home, so I'm expecting 2
Really?
correct
I don't think we
answers.
talked about it much.
I think if you just sat down and thought about it, you'd remember. Okay, so both the answers are in. The question, of course, was what special thing needs to happen to Sludge to turn it into a Grimer? Corbin responded with, it needs to be hit by X-rays from the moon. And Mr. Curtis responded with, it has to be exposed to X-rays from the moon.
It's wrong.
And then in parentheses, he does say moonbeams.
Moonbeams.
So you were saying beans instead of beams
That's
that
wrong.
whole time?
That's wrong.
Yeah, the moonbeams. Well, they're X-rays, but they're also moonbeams.
No, Curtis, there's no beans. There's no beans from the moon. Beams with an M.
Beams.
No beans.
Okay, but you're both right. It's X-rays from the moon.
Yay!
But he
Believe it or
said
not.
he said bean, not beam, so he's wrong, so he gets it wrong.
Okay, well, nobody likes tattletale. All right,
I'm not tattling. You know this. You already know this.
Maybe worry about your own quiz there, Corbin. Please.
I'm gonna get a 100
let
today.
me worry
Not
about the
concerned.
classes.
Not concerned. Gonna
Okay.
get a 100.
Okay, well, we'll see. Which Grimer, Cantonian or Alolan, forms crystals on its body, and what are those crystals made out of? All right, let's look at the answers here. Corbin says Alolan. Those crystals are made out of toxins. Yes, okay, good answer. Mr. Curtis says Alolan Grimers form the crystals made out of pure toxins that leak lethal poisons. Yes. Yes. You guys are both
Money. Let's
absolutely
go.
correct. I'm very proud of you. You guys are
Thank
remembering
you.
a lot about our nasty, dirty, filthy boys.
That's right.
Okay. Question number 3. Besides moon X-rays, how are new Grimer created? Both of the answers are in, so I guess I'll do my job and read the answers.
You can do that.
Only if you want to, Professor.
Well, if I want to get paid, I gotta. Starting off with Corbin's answer, he says, by falling off the slimy butt of another Grimer. Okay. Mr. Curtis says, bits of its body fall off and form new little baby Grimers. Yes. Very true. It's little bits that fall off of an original Grimer and create new ones.
Right.
And I think... Sorry, yeah, what was that, Mr. Curtis? Or Corbin?
I just said that's right. That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you for adding that to the class.
You're welcome.
And again, I don't think this needs to be from Moon X-ray Grimer. I think it could be from any Grimer. So even if it was a Grimer that was created by falling off of another piece of Grimer, it can still create other Grimers, right, from bits of its body falling off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I won't belabor that point anymore. Let's move on. Question number 4, and the last question. Why is the Grimer population declining? All right, both of the answers are in for this last and final question. Corbin says, because factory water is getting cleaner. Okay, very well thought out answer.
Thank you.
There are less Grimers to go around. This is how I imagine Mr. Curtis sounds in his head.
Usually.
That's exactly how I wrote it.
There are less Grimers to go around because there is less toxic waste being produced from factories these days, which is a good thing. Sorry, Grimer, but not really sorry. Wow. A real slam on Grimers there, Mr. Curtis. Unnecessary.
Wow. What a snotty answer, Mr. Curtis.
But yes, you guys are both correct. Wastewater is too clean now, and it is cutting into Grimer's food supplies, so they are all starting to die. Very, very sad. Thank you, Alola, for bringing us that information and really dragging us all down.
Jeez.
All right.
Yikes.
That does it. With that, you guys, by the way, both 100s. Excellent job.
Told you I'd get one. I told you.
Great.
Yes, I know. It was a called shot, and you know what? You got it right. Good job.
I was confident.
And that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Grimer. Does anybody know who's coming next?
It's the evolution of Grimer, right? Right?
True. Yes, true. And some would say it's really just kind of like Grimer, but bigger. There really isn't much difference between a Grimer and this upcoming Pokemon.
Is it Trubbish?
No, it's not.
How about a Ditto?
Oh yeah,
They're
could
pretty
be,
similar,
could be.
Dittos are pretty similar.
No,
They're
not
kind
quite.
of balls of goo.
Yeah, they are. It is kind of just like a pile of
Is it
slime,
Gudra? Is it
but-
Gudra?
No, it's not. Man, I'm really starting to realize now how many Pokemon are kind of based off of like a pile of viscous
balls of
liquids. But no. We're learning about the evolution of Grimer, which is Muck.
Oh.
M-U-K, Muck.
What a gross name. Muck.
M-U-K.
A gross name.
M-U-K. M-U-K. M-U-K.
Okay, we're done.
Great. Muck. It's a gross name for a gross Pokemon, but we'll learn more about that next week. If you, students at home, have any questions for me, feel free to contact me, Professor Jacob, at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gmail account or Gengar Mail, you can also find me on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter, just in case you didn't know which one I was talking about. I'm there at wwopokemon as well. If you really, it's been a little while since I said this, but if you really like the class, you really want more people to find out, the best way to do that is give us a rating on Flapple Podcasts. It's spelled like Apple Podcasts. But yeah, give us a rating. Give us your truthful and honest thoughts on this lesson. We'd love to hear it. Also, if you can't make your way to Flapple Podcast, you can also find us on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
They don't really add the gone part, but it's definitely implied. Give us a rating on there. as well. That does it for today's lesson. So until next time. Oh god! There's glass everywhere!
Is it
What
okay?
happened?
Professor, save me, Professor,
No,
save
you're
me!
fine. Can you help the
You're
deli
fine.
bird?
You're literally fine. Nothing hit you.
Oh
You're
my
perfectly
God.
fine, Mr. Curtis.
Professor!
Now, Corbin, on the other hand, he does have a giant piece of glass sticking out of his arm. So
What?
That's,
No, I don't. Oh.
Don't pull it out. No, don't
I'm
pull
not
it
gonna
out.
pull it
Leave
out.
it in.
Don't pull it out! Don't pull it
Leave
out!
it in. Oh god, he's vomiting.
I'm not gonna vomit yet. Oh, I'm about to though.
Okay. What was?
What?
Oh.
Somebody explain what just happened.
It's got a
What
note.
just happened?
Well, it appears she seems to be a deli bird. Has flown. I guess it couldn't find the door or something. You know, we have hi deli bird. Yes, thank you. Yes, you're very nice. We have a place for you to deliver mail. You don't normally come.
He might be new. We don't know the situation.
He probably
Oh,
didn't
I'm in
see
pain.
the glass, right? Are you okay? You hit that glass pretty hard. Oh, okay. It says it's fine. I guess it's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. I'll take the letter. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. You can just go out through the door. No, not the other window. Not the other window. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Gee, God.
What is wrong with this deli bird?
It's kind of flying a little bit weird now. It's making its way though. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at this note here and see what it says. It says, "Dear Professor Jacob, stop. You have been cordially invited to
What?
come to my muck facility.
Wow. Is it really that bad of handwriting?
It's hard to read. Dear Professor Jacob, stop. You have been cordially invited to my muck marsh stop. Please bring your class for an exciting field trip in
What?
the wonderful rolling sands and beautiful oceans of Olola stop.
What?
Signed, Professor Palm. Oh, okay. You know what? I did. It's so weird that he sent me a letter like this because we talked about this over the phone like literally minutes before class
Okay,
started.
listen. You know, Professor Palm is very theatrical, so this is up his alley.
He is. He does like.
I don't
to
even
make
care.
a
You know what?
big
I'm so
entrance.
excited. I don't even care. There's a shard of glass sticking out of my arm right now.
Okay,
I
let me explain. Let me explain in more detail. Just so you know, just so you guys know. All right, next week. Maybe I should have given you a little bit more of a heads up, but next week we're going to the Alola region, so make sure you pack your bags.
Yes!
Make sure you bring your down payment of 5,000 Poké-Dollars.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah, necessary, or else you fail the class. You gotta bring it. Because we are going on a field trip. Our first field trip ever. We are going to the Alola region to visit Professor Palm and his wonderful Pokemon experiment going on out there. He's called it the Muck Marsh. It's a facility that he runs, and it is it's basically appears to be some kind of dump site where the muck eats. I think it appears to be some kind of conservation thing for the dwindling muck population out there. It's what I understood from our conversation. So get ready, pack your bags, bring some sunscreen. And I'll just get excited, right? That's going to be next week.
This is better than my birthday. This is better than Christmas. We're going on a field trip. It's only taken us 89 weeks, and we're finally going on a field trip.
Yep. Listen, it was hard talking the principal into it. He can be real stingy when it comes to money, but he was like, Professor Jacob. Sorry, I can't do his voice very well. Hey, Mr. Curtis, you can do his voice pretty well, right?
Professor Jacob?
Oh, that's so good! It's like he's here!
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't take those kids on that field trip. You gotta keep them in class.
And then I said, no! These kids, they work so hard. They deserve a field trip.
Yes,
they deserve
we do, and you fought for us.
I fought so hard.
They deserve to be in class. Nowhere else.
That's right.
Okay, how about this? I'll make Corbin pay 5,000 Poké-Dollars. How does that sound?
That's good. I need a new a boat, so that's gonna be really great for that. Thank you.
Wait, is that really how it went down?
More or less.
I don't care. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go pack.
We're starting to bleed into the next class's time here, so we should probably wrap this up. Again, thank you guys so much for attending this lecture. Class is dismissed. I'll see you all next time.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.